Juyce, man. Juyce. You know what I mean? Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr is DRYNKJUYCE. Drink Juyce, man.
Alright. So, tell them where you from, Juyce.
It's complicated, right? So it's like this. I grew up in Canarsie, Brooklyn, right? Then my pops moved me to Houston, right? And I lived in Houston for a while. Now I'm back in New York. Like I live in Valley Stream, Long Island right now, but I'm back in New York, and it feels amazing, dog. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. You know how music is today nowadays and stuff like that. How important is the adversity with life and music? How do you feel about that?
Like the adversity. I mean, adversity builds character. Everybody know that. You need adversity to like grow. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. But as far as the industry goes, like there's no more artist development, right? So now it's like artists got to develop themselves, and there's no right way to develop yourself as an artist. So you gotta continue to find yourself. So it's just different now. Back in the days, you'll have like a Def Jam who would tell you what to do to, you know, as far as developing yourself as an artist. Nowadays, you know, these labels are now like you gotta have a buzz. You know, you gotta meet me halfway on. You know what I'm saying? As far as the audience goes.
Okay.
So the adversity is necessary. You need that rejection to like find yourself. You know what I mean? And that's where the indie and the mainstream kind of like. That's why the line is so like blurred.
All right, cool. And when was it that you thought or knew that you just wanted to be a rapper? How old? What age? How long ago? When was that?
Interesting story. Like my nigga Chris Cut Kelvin. Like his name is Chris Cut Kelvin, dog. Gilbert Chris Cut Kelvin. When I was at Texas Southern University, like my freshman year, I freestyled. Yo, it was crazy. It was like a cipher, and I freestyled my freshman year, and I kind of zoned out. So by the time I was done, everybody was like, "Yo, that was dope, my nigga. You spit like you spit." Like, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Just scared, shy. Like, nah, I was just in my zone. That one time I was in my zone, and then I went back to my dorm room that day, and I always put that in the back of my mind. Like, you know, I always put that in the back of my mind. Like, yo, one day I'm gonna try. So fast forward it, probably to like my junior, senior year, I started like freestyling in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I had a duplex across the street from Texas Southern University.
Okay.
And I was just freestyling. And my roommate, Gilbert, Chris, my roommate, he was just like, yo, you should kind of like take it serious, dog. And I was just like, man, you freaking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you crazy. Me. Because I always took pride in like doing my work and, you know what I'm saying, being a cool, I guess, nerd. Whatever you want to call it. I took pride in like doing my work and like going to class and stuff like that. So I just never really, but after a while it just started clicking. Like,
got you.
Yo, go. And then it was, I don't know, it's just times where it was just like, yo, I'm in my room by myself and it's like, yo, if money didn't matter, what would you do? Like, if every job paid the same amount, like, what would you do? And that was it for me. I was just like, yo, if I get paid for doing something I do for free, like I was telling you, like, then that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. All right, cool. And
that was that time.
Basically, while you was in that moment, while you was growing up, or you know, like a little bit before college, school, and stuff like that, was there anyone that inspired you? Yeah. You know, as far as artists goes, that inspired you to also help want to be a rapper?
Yeah, Cassidy. And the reason I say Cassidy, dog, I played basketball. I used to play basketball. I played basketball when I was in Brooklyn. And it was devastating to move to Houston because, I felt like I was good at basketball, and I felt like my dad freaking ruined my life moving me to Houston. You know what I'm saying? But the Houston experience was dope as far as basketball goes. But I tore my ACL,
Damn.
I tore my ACL my junior year. And like that whole time tearing my ACL, you know, I was on crutches, and there was times where I was on bed rest and I was just chilling in my room and shit. And Cassidy came out with the album. He came out with a project, and he had one song with Lil Wayne and Fab on it. Bro, I played that song a cajillion times. Bro, to hear all of them go punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline, it was crazy. I forgot the name of the song right now, but I know you know.
That was the iPod joint right there.
That was, yo, man, son. My dad actually bought me like a boom box. It was like it wasn't a boom box, but it was a little, you know, things were getting more compact.
Gotcha.
You know, as time go on, they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had I had the Cassidy CD, dog, and I played all Cassidy freestyles, Lloyd Banks freestyles, because that was when I was in Houston. That was my way of connecting with New York still.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Keeping
listening.
New York while you're out there.
Yeah. My nigga
Gotcha.
Isaiah used to love listening to Cassidy freestyles because of Cassidy delivery. And then I told you earlier, my homegirl, not a homegirl, but I met her at the Chicken and Waffles party that I went to, and she was like, "Yo, why you think Cass never crossed over?" I was like, melodies. He never had that melody that just made it pop, or that was commercial enough. You know what I'm saying? He was always lyrical and punchline oriented. But Cass was that person for me. Cass was that person. So
my next question would be also, what is your thoughts on trap music that's out nowadays sounding like R&B?
Like I was saying earlier, it's just, I think hip hop is going into genres now. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of genres in the sense of it's only good and bad in my opinion.
Gotcha.
But to put people in certain lanes, like I don't think Waka should be compared to Lupe.
Yeah, that's
but because it's hip hop and we didn't really have no genre, you almost bound to make that comparison, even though it's not fair. Like Common, Travis Scott, but because they're rappers, you have to.
They got a message, but it's different. They got to break it apart.
Yeah, but now that you know hip hop, I think in my opinion is going into genres. Now you could say, oh, he's the king of that lane, and he's the king of that lane. All right. You know what I'm saying? Just making sense of it instead of having to, like I heard an argument like when I was in high school, like Ja Rule is better than Tupac, and it was just like,
that's crazy.
Like that's social suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like people don't like that stuff. You can't make stupid comparisons like that. You know what I mean?
So another question would be, what is one of the hardest things you came across as performing as an artist? Like any type of obstacles you came through that you know was hard for you?
Like I don't know if I want to do names, but I went to a strip club in New Jersey, dog. And I really thought I was gonna perform my song at this strip club.
Okay.
I still feel some type of way about it. That's why. Like I still feel some type of way about it. First, he wanted me to perform in the DJ booth. It was like
small, compact.
What the? Why, bro? Second of all, he had my music low as fuck.
Wow.
Just that shit is disrespectful to me, dog.
He probably wanted you to project your voice more.
Nah, fuck that, man. You had my music low and played everybody else's loud.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
I felt disrespected, dog.
He pointed you out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think it was because we were in Jersey, and I'm a New York-based artist or whatever have you. So he put more emphasis on the artists, probably that he knew or probably from the area, which makes perfect sense.
Gotcha.
But you gotta help people expand. Like, it's not mandatory that you help people expand. But if I'm coming out there, I wasn't like throwing hundreds of dollars, but I was still throwing money at the strippers. I paid for a hotel out there. You know what I'm saying? Just so I could chill. Yeah, just so I could be comfortable. the cab was crazy amount to get from the I was at like an airport area at the hotel at the airport to the, and you had my music low, showed me no respect. You know what I'm saying? I came in there with my jump drive prepared. As soon as I passed in my jump drive, like 2-3 other artists passed in the jump drive. Like, dog, come on, you know what I mean? So that was the difficult part. Is just, I don't know, being accepted when, like, in this industry, it's like you're supposed to be an asshole or something. I don't think that's right. Like, you don't have to be an asshole, man. You don't have to be ignorant. You don't have to be standoffish. So I think that's one of my hardest parts, just like being respectful.
Being put off when you know that the respect is
there. Like I'm showing respect not out of fear, dog. You a man. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And respect me as a man. I think that's the hardest part, just getting that respect. And I mean, it's earned, but at the same time, you got to reciprocate what's given to you. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. All right. So, name an artist you will be willing to work with that you think is doing good in the industry now.
In the industry or indie wise?
Indie industry, non-mainstream.
Indie wise. Oh, names. I think her name is Susan Carroll. She in Houston. I love her voice, dog.
What kind of genre is she?
She's really soulful.
Got you.
Really soulful. She's like I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, Janae Aiko, Erica Badu-ish.
Gotcha.
Really soulful,
Gotcha.
dog. Like, passionate. Simone Sky. City Chronicles, if I didn't mention him. I think Styx Dolo. Just a lot of like H-Town artists that I think I could vibe with. Sebastian Michael, I really want to like work with him because, you know what I'm saying, the advice he gave me before I moved out to New York from Houston, I really want to work with him, and he got a buzz right now that's really dope. Davies, I really want to go bar for bar, like not challenge him in a sense, but go bar for bar with him on
sort of how like Fab and
Jadakiss, yeah. It's like it's just like that friendly competition, but you know, iron sharpens iron. So I think it's one of those situations, like to hear Davies go, like my homeboy City got a song with Davies, and they're kind of going like bar for bar. It's not competitive. It's just great sportsmanship. Old school,
basically like a freestyle, but a session, a good freestyle session.
But it's an actual song, so it's like a, you know, they're putting their artistic views on the track together.
Sort of like Jadakiss and Styles back in the day.
But here's the thing with them two. City is from New Orleans.
Gotcha.
Davies is from Harlem, so it's just
two different flows, sounds.
Yeah, but it's almost they saying the same thing because it's a certain type of grittiness.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a certain type of grittiness that goes on in New Orleans, New York, and there's a ghetto everywhere.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's the same story almost. It's the same story. It's just from different perspectives. Other artists, like, I would love to work with Drake, dog. Like, I know everybody would say that. I know everybody would say that. I know everybody's waiting for views from the 6. But I would love to work with Drake. Like, actually, Drake and 40. Like, I love the way with 40. Like, if you ever listen, I mean, of course you listen, but 40, like, he makes your voice a little bit. He emphasizes your voice and then puts the music like almost in the background.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? If you ever hear the like Over My Dead Body, 30 for 30, where you hear Drake's voice almost more than the music, but it's really like smooth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would love to work.
It's like unplugged when the band slows it down and you just hear everything projects.
Exactly. You feel.
Gotcha.
And I feel like 40 is taking over the game when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott. You got a
good little list right there.
You know.
All right. So since you got a nice little list like that, leads me to ask you this: who would be on your top 5 artists of all time? Just mentioned a lot of good names.
Man, top 5 artists.
This could be, you know, artists from back in the day mixed with some of the artists now.
Jesus, this would be like the starting lineup. Like if hip hop was a sport, right? We would go with. I'm not putting them in, you know.
Yeah, it don't gotta be in position.
But let's go. I'm gonna go Big, J.
Got you.
Man.
It's always a tough list, man. Everyone's top 5
okay.
is crazy.
So look, alright, Big, J. No specific order. Kanye. KRS-One. And Drake.
Okay, some heavy hitters, nothing but lyrics and some hype. I see up in there.
Man, and just
KRS had that hype.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's I think he did South Bronx.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just that was one of his. If you could, like, how do you go commercial and still be lyrical? That's tough.
Exactly.
And KRS was one of those people that could do that. Kendrick does it. Drake does it. To still be lyrical and commercial, I think it's really, really difficult. That's where flow is so important. That's where flow comes in, because it's hard to be when you hear a lot of like lyrics. Most of the time, is it's thought provoking. It's too heavy on the mental.
Got you.
You can't really enjoy it in the club. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so like, you got to be in your zone. You got to be going through something to enjoy that.
Yeah.
But to put lyrics on a really fun song is just like, that's like the master work. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, got you. You know, it's a lot of producers out there nowadays that's coming out with a lot of names. Is there any producer you would be willing to work with that's out there now?
I spoke to you earlier about Amadeus. I like what Amadeus is doing, dog. I really do. I seen him at it when I first got down here. I went to a panel at Apollo, and I seen him. I really didn't know who he was. Did a little bit of research after that, and then I went to a mixer that Jums put together, and I got to meet him again, and we exchanged numbers, and I met MD, and I just like what he's doing. Like,
got you.
Amadeus, I would love to work with. Like I told you about Diddy and his song structure. Like, that is. I watched the interview with Pusha T, and Diddy told Pusha T, like, I don't want to know what your next line is. You don't know what the next line is of a Pusha T because he's so. But if Diddy knows what your next line is and he's like challenging you, like, I would love for a person to challenge me like that, where it's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna put some real life in it, because you can't know my next line if I put some of my real life in it, because you don't necessarily know my life. You don't necessarily know what I've been through to know what my next line is.
Exactly.
So that's the challenge to make to something that you go through to almost generalize it, because everybody, we kind of all go through. We more alike than different.
Got you.
To be that relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I think Diddy brings that out of all his like artists. You know what I'm saying?
So that would be probably like one of the producers in the past, basically.
Yeah, Dre. I would love to work with Dre, Just Blaze. I don't think Kanye's career would ever end, because if he wanted to just be a producer, that would be like, you know what I'm saying? But I would love to work with Kanye on like a production, as an artist on a production level. And there's a lot of upcoming producers. I can't really do their get their names right now. Okay. But there's a lot of upcoming producers but Amadeus is sticking because I'm in New York, and since I've been in New York, his name has been like freaking everywhere, though.
All right, so some songs you got out there, that you performed already, or that you got floating on SoundCloud. Give the viewers some of the names of those songs. Okay, yeah. Where they can find them at. Okay. And
All right, I'm actually about to drop They No Longer Sleep. Some might call it sleeping on me or sleeping or whatever have you, but They No Longer Sleep. I just did the video yesterday in Yonkers. I haven't put that on SoundCloud or any streaming services yet, but I'm about to put They No Longer Sleep on SoundCloud and the streaming services. But With the Shits is a song I was really pushing that I really enjoy. With the Shits is like they're going to judge you by your whip. They're going to judge you by your bitch. They're going to judge you by your fit. And that's what I kind of noticed when I got out here. They're going to judge you by your material goods opposed to, character and stuff like that, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? So With the Shits is a song that I feel like everybody could enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I perform it. I ask the crowd to say With the Shits. And I think, it's a lingo
it's
that everybody...
It's the hype behind it. Yeah. Because if you ask... If you with the shits, I'm with the shits.
Yeah, I'm with the shits.
I got you.
Like it's like a form of like agree, like you're agreeing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with it. Yeah. So that's a song that I'm like. If people could continue to listen to that, that's awesome. Because I get internet radio play from time to time, and I definitely want that to expand before I drop. They No Longer Sleep, which is more of like my reality in a sense of like. I was cheated on and got advice from my grandpa on how to, overcome that adversity that we first spoke about, overcome that adversity, and just being looked down upon. Because when you tell somebody, like let's say you meet a girl, and you tell her you a rapper, the word is so saturated. They like, whatever, nigga, or they add you to a list of niggas. Oh, he's one of them Instagram rapper niggas, you know what I'm saying? When I'm an artist. Fuck you, bitch. I'm an artist, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not just a rapper. I'm an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm looking at it from a way different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And those people don't get that. They don't get the kind of credit because they probably looked at as weird. Or I was talking to Jums the other day and he was like, he turned down opportunities of hanging out with Top Dog and J Rock and Kendrick, because at the time it's like we'll see where you are in a couple of years. And he was like, it's no hard feelings, it's just let's see. Because right now I don't know, and I think I'm at that point like I don't know, but all right, if you're good enough we'll meet again. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? If that kind of answers the question, dog. And another thing I want to say too, like I just want to mention this because I went to college, dog. You don't necessarily, when you go to college, you gotta go to college with a purpose. Because if you go because it's the next step after high school or because your parents say so, you're gonna end up coming out of college and trying to find yourself again. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're gonna try to find yourself again, and I always look at a perspective of if every job, like I said earlier, if every job paid the same amount, what would you do? And then go from there. Gotcha. And I'm not saying that, I'm successful or I'm about to make it or something like that. I feel like I'm next up. You know what I'm saying? Because of the content, the substance, the fun you could have with my music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But just, I read on my spare time, and every book that tells you to chase your dream lets you know the importance of being lost. Okay. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to continue to say this. I'm lost in the right direction. And that's important. That's important to be lost in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because you know you're going to the right place, you just don't know where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're in the woods and you see, like, you're trying to get to a mountaintop. You can see the mountaintop, but between where you are right now and that mountaintop is so fucking far away you don't know how to get there. Mm-hmm. But you gonna get there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna get there. And that's just how I feel. So as far as college goes, it's an institution. And I feel like even in college you could be institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And that's just how you got to go with a purpose. That's why you see older people are going back to college. They're doing that because they have a purpose. Period. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense. But if you go as a 18-year-old, you care about the social life more than academics. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to say that because I went to college. I love Texas Southern University, dog. I love being at an HBCU, dog. HBCU is fun and it's great. It's a great feeling because the classes are smaller. You get to spend more time with the professors, and they kind of guide you as a black, kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They give you that guidance, but they challenge you like you got to do it on your own at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much of a tight leash. You're not gonna hook you up if you can't meet me halfway. You know what I'm saying? I had a professor. He was never my real professor, but he got me. I did radio, television, and film. He got me to work at American Idol. That was one of the. I was production assistant at American Idol. That was one of the best fucking experiences in my life, dog. They fed us. They cared about us in a sense. Yeah. Like it was a great experience, and I would and from then on I did like short films and commercials with my homegirl Stephanie Madrid. But like those little things of
those little things matter.
Yeah, like those little things that like I heard some people say like you give me advice I make money twice, and that's important because advice if you execute that advice, like people say knowledge is power, applying it is power. And I'm just saying this because I'm saying this like I'm not making it. This should just get advice for whomever else is, you know what I'm saying, feel like they next or whoever else I can relate to, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Because that's the wave right now. That's the wave is knowledge is the new wave.
Got you.
Like you have a deep conversation with a bitch, that's almost like fucking her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. So anybody out there, I ain't nobody at the same time. I'm Juyce. You know what I'm saying? Chase your dreams. Fuck everything else. Just how I feel about it. Have a plan. Execute that hoe.
Got you. All right. And then like probably my last question would be who you think will win a fight in the ring? Brona or Mayweather? There's a lot of talk about it, man.
I know it's a lot of.
He just called them out.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Drake said it. Your idols become your rivals.
Yeah.
He said something like that,
something
right?
Like that, yeah.
That's where it's at. That's what I think they at that point. And Mayweather, in my opinion, Mayweather's such a vet that he's gonna outsmart him in the ring. Like you could tell Mayweather takes pride in defense, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's lasted so long, and he's still not like Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like Ali is great, of course, and Ali defense was great, but Ali got hit so much times. You see how it affected his health over the years.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Mayweather is going to be around for a long time because of his defense.
Gotcha.
And Brona, he's hungry. It's like, I'm gonna get this nigga, and he gonna probably end up chasing him.
He might got that. He got that Mayweather energy when Mayweather first came in, basically.
Yeah, true enough. But I feel like mentally he'll break down.
Got you.
Because Mayweather's gonna taunt him.
Got you.
Mayweather's defense is so he's focused on points rather than knocking you out. It's that type of game. So I think, like, yeah, he's gonna Mayweather.
All right.
Mayweather, it's not.
All right. So shout out, your social networks and everything. Let people know where they can find you at.
I'm about to shout out every fucking body. Man, I'm gonna start with you, my nigga. I appreciate you, man. On the scene, New York, dog. Watch how they come up, bro. That's a fact, though. I want to shout out mad people right now. I'm gonna start with Straight Out the Gutter. Check them out on Instagram. Then we gonna go. Who gonna go with next? We gonna go with. I just think Straight Out the Gutter because he hit me on some after one of the mixes. It was awesome. Jums. That's my nigga right there. The advice he's giving me is crazy. Like a mentor to me, man. Elvante Patton. The patent process that he got going on, man, he's like a mentor. Who else? Kirby, CC, April for doing my video shoot. J30, um, DSN, because when I first came out here, they really messed with me on, I think it was Make You Famous internet radio show. DJ Self promotion page like made a comment on one of my Instagram posts. I want to shout out to DJ Self. I want to shout out to Earwax. I want to shout out to Success Sundays. Man, shout out to my goddamn self, man. Drynk Juyce, DRYNKJUYCE on every social network you could think about. Juice, man, and like I said, I appreciate this interview. The best way to close it out is just shit. Find yourself, love yourself. Fuck negativity, man. I made a lot of sacrifices to even try to get to this point. Like that's real shit when you think about failing, bouncing back, getting hurt, loving the pain out of people, and then still getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sacrificed a lot. For real. And I'm not talking about no DJ Khaled shit. I sacrificed a lot, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, money, financially, living in uncomfortable situations. Just do what you gotta do to get to the next level, dog. I was talking to Jums the other day. He was talking about how Kanye slept on a floor in Crown Heights. Kanye fucking went from Chi-Town to New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Just certain sacrifices they make to get to the next level. So if I missed anyone, I apologize. But shout out to everybody chasing their dreams, man. Everyone that's chasing their dreams and making a new lane. Shout out to social media for giving indie artists a platform. You know what I'm saying? When they say that the revolution will not be televised, that's because it's going to be on social media. Real rap.
Alright, it's your boy Jonathan from On The Scene New York. Juice, we out.